So this is random to me.
What's up, guys?
Hold on. I don't know what Gully Boy is gonna say about Rio, but I didn't expect Gully Boy to like somebody like Rio, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know what he like, but I definitely didn't expect it to be Rio because I know he is like an acquired taste, I guess, if that's the word or whatever. And I know a lot of people don't really like Michigan music. Well, they used to, but now everybody fucking with it. Everybody want to rap on them type of beats and stuff now. I'm from Michigan, so I be knowing like I would go out of town and I play some Michigan shit. People like, what the fuck is this? But same people be trying to rap on the beats and shit now. So, but I don't know. Let's get into it.
What's up, guys? Gully Boy back at you with another most popular songs video, and this time we're gonna be checking out the top 10 most popular songs from Rio the Young OG. A lot of you recommended me this artist, and right about now, you're about to see if I enjoyed his music or not.
Oh, okay.
That being said, let's go ahead and check out
I
Rio
don't
the Young
expect
OG's
him
10th
to like
most
it.
popular song, 1v1 featuring Lil Yachty.
It just don't seem
10th
like
most popular Rio de Young OG song, 1v1 featuring Lil Yachty, 7,108,922 views.
I got long money, bitch. Ain't nobody give me shit, I got my own money, bitch. Yachty put up in the ride.
I was instantly put off by this track as soon as Rio the Young OG started rapping. It sounds like he's barely rapping on beat, and his delivery just doesn't do it for me here.
And a lot of people say that about Michigan, like music, like, oh, he be off beat. Like, it's on beat to me. I don't know what I'm listening to and what they listen to, because I'm like, that shit on beat. I don't know.
Him and Lil Yachty are
Maybe
rapping
this is how
with
we
that
rap.
signature new age Detroit flow, and they both do a poor job of it. Just like plenty of rappers that are out today, the subject matter of this song consists of flexing on the haters and killing the ops.
And I
Rio
fuck
the
with
Young
that
G's
song,
bars are not bad at all. It's just how he delivers them, as I said before. Yachty, on the other hand, is 100% ass on this song.
I'll march the flank for a pot of act. And as long as it prints, we gon' get the racks.
Him
I ain't
mimicking
mad
the
at him
Detroit
saying that.
flow doesn't sound authentic at all, which leads to him sounding completely out of place here. I also believe that
And that's how a lot of the people who like hop on Michigan music or Michigan beats sound like. A lot of times it just don't fit 'em. And if I say the same shit,
these
so.
guys,
And as long as it prints, we gon' get the racks.
him mimicking the Detroit flow doesn't sound authentic at all, which leads to him sounding completely out of place.
And basically, like, if somebody not from Michigan hop on a Michigan beat, most of the time you can tell that they not from Michigan. I wish I would have thought of that before I paused it earlier. Sometimes I just be speaking without thinking, doing reactions and be fucking up sounding stupid. But
Here, I also believe that these guys are just saying funny things on the track to make the listener laugh. And I will admit that some things that are said are funny, but the song overall is sonically bad in my opinion.
I
9th
just
most
felt like
popular
he
Rio
wouldn't
de
like
Young
that.
OG song,
Or like Rio,
who
he
made
like
this, 7,125,870 views.
Where the fuck is the drink at? 4,800 for a pint, I can pay that. Nowadays niggas couldn't lean, let me weigh that.
Okay, now we have a much better track than the previous one. Rio kills it on this track, and his
Okay,
unorthodox
he fucking
flow
with
is
it.
more tolerable here. As I said time and time again, I don't have an issue with repetitive subject matter if it's done creatively or sonically sounds good to my standards.
he was saying in the last video, if y'all watched that one, when he was talking about the repetitive topics or whatever. And I brought up Rio, so it's funny. I didn't even know that this was a video or whatever. And I was like, you rap about the same shit. And I just fuck with it. I don't know.
Even though Rio has that Detroit rap style, he's still unique in his own.
He got his own Flint rap style. Nobody rap like Rio but Rio. And he's from Flint. But from the outside looking in, people would just say Detroit. And Detroit far as hell from Flint. Just like Ipsy is far from Detroit, Pontiac is far from Detroit, and Saginaw is far from Detroit.
Own way. I feel like his voice is distinctive along with his overall delivery. Another thing that's great about Rio is that he has crazy bars that are clever and hilarious at the same time. He'll state that he's such a drink head that when he spilled his wok, he had to lick it off the floor.
Real drink head, dropped the deuce so I can had to lick the flow.
He'll also make an op turn into Flash when the gun flash.
Make a nigga turn in a flash when a gun flash.
And lastly, he'll clown a dude for wearing skinny jeans and a big shirt.
Nigga got some skinny ass jeans, but his shirt fat.
This one right here is a serious banger from Rio as he comes through with a unique flow and dope bars.
8th most popular Rio de Young OG song, One Night, 8,312,753 views.
I might fuck around and put a bird on your head. 40 shells high, I'll put a perm on your head. Up close with
socks on.
This track right here is just okay in my opinion. After hearing
That's crazy. This shit go crazy. It's funny though, 'cause like I said, I don't expect him to fuck with. I don't expect a lot of people from out of state to really fuck with Rio. You know what I'm saying?
how fire the previous track was, I now expect Rio to bring that same fire on every track from now on. One thing that I believe this track suffers from is having the same upbeat instrumental as the track before it.
And that's the thing. Like all that shit sound like that, but Rio one of them people. Like if you like him, you can listen to him all day, no problem. Like no problem. I done did 10-hour road trips all Rio for sure. For the most part.
Can be a good or bad thing depending how Rio raps on it. I don't get the same enjoyment that I got from Who Made This. I'm not saying that this track is terrible, but it is something that I won't go back to. Rio does well on his verses, and the featured artist Louis Ray is decent as well.
Might as well go crazy with the bag. Reincarnate, but he say it's like 80 in a bag. We do a nigga shady after.
That song go crazy. It's crazy.
But decent and well ain't gonna cut it for your boy, as I need that fire every time.
Seventh most popular Rio de Young OG song. Sotd, 8,556,894 views.
Nigga said he pulled a 3 up, then why your pop so thin? Mama said get money and go home, you ain't got no friends.
This time around, Rio doesn't appear on the song at all, although his name appears on the track. But instead, RMC Mike raps on this track, and I must say that this song is absolutely fire. On RMC Mike's opening bar, he will say that he was born a savage, no
He like
macho man.
Bitch, I was born a savage, no macho man.
It's funny that he mentions macho man, as he sounds just like him. This isn't a bad thing, as it brings uniqueness to the track. The beat bumps on this one, and RMC Mike flows on it with perfection. He'll also recite great bars that consist of stunning, and of course upping on the ops. His wordplay is also great on this track, making this one a serious banger in the playlist.
Strapped up in my Gucci slides with the fur in them. I put 4 Giottos on the truck just to swerve in them.
I also believe Rio may have been locked up, as RMC Mike would say free him.
Free Rio.
Well, this boy definitely held him down, as this track is fire.
Sixth most popular Rio de Young OG song. Third time's a charm. 8,745,198 views.
You can catch me at your hoe house in the kitchen frying chicken with my toes out. Before I made some rap paper.
I don't expect them to like
Here we
this.
have yet another banger from Rio, and this time he's actually on the song. The instrumental goes crazy here. It does sound similar to beats that Rio has already used, but I really like the added elements on this one.
And I don't know why I'm like expecting them not to like it. It's just my opinion. Like it ain't no diss or shit like that. But I just know like when I react to a lot of his music, I know he listen to like older stuff or like I can't even think off the top of my head. But I just didn't see Rio being, you know what I'm saying?
Rio then presents his unique style on this track while reciting
Rio
cleverly
really not
hilarious
everybody.
bars. Some of my favorites are hit his nappy ass in the top, pick his fro out.
Hit his nappy head ass in the top, pick his fro out.
I also like how he stops mid-verse and mimics how his ops sound.
I don't know. That's how you niggas sound.
That shit cracked me up the first time I heard it. The featured artist Babyface Ray would also do well on the track, but he is in no comparison to Rio, and that's how it's supposed to be. You can't have people killing you on your own track. That's just crazy.
Fifth most popular Rio de Young OG song. Last Day Out. 11,736,622 views.
It's my last day out, I'm finna jump fresh. Pull 100K out, go to the set. It'll be God if I find a pint of heights.
This track would have gotten added to the playlist if it wasn't for the long outro at the end of it. On this track, we witness Rio switching up his subject matter and makes an inspirational track about grinding your hardest. He'll inform us that he worked incredibly hard to get where he's at now, which led to him becoming rich. He'll also inform us that he can't even leave his city, yet he's still making serious bank off rap alone.
Like this what's going on in my city now. I can't even leave the city. I'm doing this shit at home, bro. All off rap.
This is definitely motivational as we're all trying to get our stacks up. But like I said before, I feel like the track should have stopped at the outro as it's too long in my opinion. I know he has to shout out the homies, but for me, it kind of ruined the vibe as I was really rocking with this track.
Fourth most popular Rio de Young OG song. Chicken Coop. 12,017,005 views.
I drink this ate an egg by myself. You cannot taste it. Only point spice and cream sodas.
Rio got so many songs.
First off, I gotta talk about how fire the instrumental is on this one. It just really has a great vibe to it, and I absolutely love the breakdown part. Rio and Peasy would then hop on the instrumental and they'll both kill it. I'm not familiar with Peasy, but I might have to check out and see if he has music of his own, because he goes crazy on this.
Stuck at 8 o'clock on a plane in my carry-on.
Told him he ain't talking about
He
guap,
probably a
nigga,
fucking
carry
fan.
on.
As for Rio, he rips this beat as well. In ways, he's similar to Babytron, as I'm anxious to hear his next bar, cause it's either gonna be funny or it's gonna be raw.
Guap, nigga, carry on.
As for Rio, he rips this beat as well. In ways, he's similar to Babytron, as I'm anxious to
Oh,
hear
I
his
hate
next
similar
bar,
songs.
cause it's either
Probably
gonna be
'cause we all
funny
from
or it's
Michigan,
gonna be
so-
raw, or a combination of both. He doesn't fall short of doing this.
And Gully listen to Babytron, that's crazy too. Like that's, I don't know. Like I just don't be expecting a lot of people to like Michigan music, but they do. Cause I fuck with it heavy. I mean, probably cause I'm from here. But I don't know.
Here, making this yet another serious highlight in this playlist.
Guarantee you won't survive this. This an army weapon. What the fuck, your niggas paralyzed or something? They hardly step. Tried to swipe some in sex.
Third most popular Rio de Young OG song.
That's my shit.
What do Rio mean in definition of Rio? 18,096,987 views.
Where my cup at? Where my black at? I heard the ops finna slide. Where my strap at? Who got some real drink? Where the act at?
Alright, I gotta start this off by saying that this is my favorite song from Rio so far. Everything about it just goes crazy, from the beat to Rio reciting dope punchlines throughout. Bro had me cracking up the entire track, along with me saying, damn, that was hard. First off, Rio mentions how serious his lean habit is, as he can't stop talking about it. He'll state that he's so committed to it that he'll never put it down. He'll then state that even though his brother's in a wheelchair, he's still rolling with him.
My little brother in a wheelchair, but still rolling with me.
He'll also talk about the negative effects of smashing hood chicks raw.
Is it another project, bitch? Run on my wee wee stink.
There are a lot more crazy dope bars in this track, and I wish that I could talk about them all. I would just suggest you guys to check this one out for yourselves,
Real
as it's
crazy,
an
man.
absolute
If y'all ain't
banger.
heard that, go
You
through
niggas
it.
had that EDD run, now y'all back broke. Trying to do that one dance, I think my back broke.
Definition of Rio is also another solid track where Rio continues to showcase his rap ability. One thing that I like about Rio is that it seems like he mastered his formula. For some reason, most tracks sound fresh, even though the subject matter is pretty much the same. I think the reason why that is because his style is really unique, as I stated before. His wordplay also goes crazy, which makes his tracks fun to listen to. He
It's
does the
crazy
same
he can
thing.
do that because Rio got over 400, 500 songs for sure, but they all be, you feel me, either fire, straight, or whatever. But it's just funny that he can like keep us entertained with the same, you feel me, few times.
Here, as he continues to
fire.
crack me up with his bars. My favorite one on this one is when he said he probably did rob you, but that was to poor him.
I probably did rob you in the past, out deport me.
That shit cracked me up right there.
Second most popular Rio de Young OG song. Movie.
crazy.
19,948,435 views.
Oh no,
That's why I hate perks. I wanna
Legendary
fuck
something.
again. Hit him in his shit, put him to sleep. Somebody took him in. Doors open up the
Okay, I'm noticing that there might be a regular occurrence that's happening in this series. I'm noticing that every time I get around to artists' most popular songs, I really don't like them as much as those that aren't as popular. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this one is trash, but I will say
thought
that
he
it
was gonna say
doesn't
something
bump
about
like
the
the
money.
other tracks do. I mean,
Movie
it
goes
does
crazy.
bump, but the other tracks are better in my opinion. Coincidentally,
crazy.
this is another track that features Louis Ray, and he does decent on this track as well. I'm not gonna say that he's a bad rapper, but compared to all the other artists featured on Rio's songs, he isn't on the level of the other cats.
I'm officially in traffic trying to get it in. I'm officially the backbone of what it is.
As for
went
Rio, he
crazy
does
on that
okay on
bitch.
this track as
Look.
well. Honestly, I'll probably bump this track more if Rio was on it by himself, cause he actually kills his verses here. But all in all, this one was just okay to me, as other tracks in this playlist are better in my
But that's
opinion.
his
I cheat a
opinion.
lot, but if she cheat, I'm cutting her off. I ain't fair. I drunk it through straight in my nigga
I
face.
ain't
I ain't
mad.
sure. I'm too high to get on.
That shit. I don't know.
The most popular Rio de Young OG song. Legendary. 27,432,488 views.
Catch a nigga slipping at the light, make
It's
his heart
funny that
drop,
this
cut
song
the
is
green
big
beam
as
on,
mine.
make his car stop.
I used to bang
Three
this shit too.
citizens
But I think.
And here we have yet another most popular song from an artist
Or
that I
record.
don't like his tracks with lesser views. But at least I can say that this song isn't completely horrible like Babytron and Yeat's most popular songs. I don't know if this track wasn't mixed right or what, but Rio's flow and
He did a
delivery
video on
on this one
Babytron?
is off in my
I'm gonna have to
opinion.
go check
Other
it out.
tracks seem like he flowed perfectly on them compared to this one. But one thing that I do like about this one is Rio's funny bars. I like the fact that Rio doesn't like when people shoot up houses, as women and children could be in them.
You the type of nigga shoot up cribs, you must don't love your family.
He almost lost me when he said that his girlfriend would hit you with the penis, as she's trans.
Bitch will hit you with the dick, she a fucking tranny.
But he would quickly explain himself, as he's referencing that she has a gun with an extended clip.
Yeah, nigga, my bitch got a 40 with a dick on it, nigga.
Even though Rio comes through with some more dope bars, there is not enough bump on this track for me to keep coming back to it. Not a bad track at all, but it's not something I could could put on
I feel
repeat.
you. I feel you. And like that, I be saying that too. Like, there's songs that's a good song, but I might not like it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, I say Drake songs, like Marvin's Room. Like, it's a good song, but I'm not putting it in my playlist.
In conclusion,
It's a
Rio
great
the Young
song. I
OG
just don't
is a
like it.
really dope rapper. I can definitely understand his appeal as he has his own unique unorthodox flow. He's also very skilled as he recites great punchlines that also consist of witty wordplay. He's also very funny within his raps, which increases the enjoyment of his music as you're anticipating for him to say something crazy. I'm glad you guys recommended Rio the Young OG as he now has songs that are in my playlist. I'ma also have to check out a project from him as I'm anxious to hear more tracks. As for my advice for Rio, I'll just say keep doing what you're doing as you've mastered your lane. I don't know how new of a rapper he is, but I'll also tell him to keep being consistent cause he's very talented and could possibly reach new heights. But even if that doesn't happen, he's still a dope rapper at the end of the day, and he doesn't appear to be short on cash. So just keep on doing what you're doing, Brody. But with that being said, those were my thoughts on Rio the Young OG. Stay tuned for more of these types of videos as I really enjoy doing them. See you guys on the next one. Gully Boy signing out.
I'm about to see, because he keep mentioning Baby Tron, so I'm sure somebody told him to do it. Oh yeah, we finna do this right now. So
What's going on, guys?
I'm gonna just end the video and then start it